it's unfortunate that this year, because of COVID, people are not talking too much about climate change. They're not talking too much about biodiversity, when in fact, most people in 2019 thought that 2020 was going to be the year where these two topics. 3, 2, 1.
Please tell us about the main point of the hackathon.
Well, the main point of the hackathon is to bring a forums where students can make use of their ability, their skills, their networks to solve the problem of sustainability.
Hello everyone, we are from
Defire.
We are from Mahidol University from a faculty of ICT. We joined this hackathon because we recognize the problem of transportation that is happening inside Thailand. As a youth of Thailand, we truly believe that it is our responsibility to tackle this issue, and that's why we are here.
We try to use technology to empower the economic development and inclusiveness, and also the entrepreneurship spirit.
We are from ICT Synergy.
So today we're here to join the Hackathon 2020, and we're interested in this event because, well, it looks interesting, right? And we think that we're gonna get a lot of connections. We were thinking along the lines of something addressing the government COVID policies.
And we have to develop our economic system, social system, and our technological system within the realm of nature. So that kind of information, that kind of awareness we have created. So I think with that, I'd like to welcome again to this Sustainability Hackathon, and I hope that you will bring very interesting idea in order to hack.
We will release a challenge. So the challenge for now is one of the best secrets on that planet. Only 2 people know it. Our president, Eden Boon, and Nopia. So if the challenge come up, I know you might be very, very tempted to think about, Google, what other people do, but you may reconsider, Think about it yourself before you look what other people do. Try to put your own thing into it, the new disruptive way.
One of the things that many universities around the world are trying to do these days is to connect with the outside world more actively, and doing that, it's a two-way communication. So we learn from what the industry needs, and so the universities can develop their curriculum, their research, and their ideas to meet the demand of the industry.
Well, first of all, they will realize how important sustainability is because they'll be researching this topic as they try to come up with ideas. So this is a learning experience which is extremely valuable. Secondly, they will be using their brain and exercising all their brain cells to try to figure out innovative and creative and wild solutions on how to tackle problems of dealing with sustainability. So who knows? They may come up with things that are extremely important for all the rest of us. And whether or not they do that, at least they will go through the journey of trying to find solutions to these important problems for the human race.
Yes, yes. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay.
Hello. On mask. Can I wear a mask or can it be maskless here? Okay, there are a few people in the room. So good morning, everyone. Good morning from Thailand, from AIT on our Greenery campus. With me today, all of a sudden MC right here, Bond. Yeah, welcome, welcome. Hello, Badana, dudes, John Benedict, Maze, Supasin. I'm sorry, I'm so away from the screen. Let me look back here. Yeah, I think I need sunglasses. So we have Punchaya and Supasin, Nafir, Pitchdeck, and Gone. Welcome everyone to this morning session with us, AIT team, at the SDG Open Hack Bangkok 2022. So this year theme is digital solution for the wellness of elders and people with disabilities. And thank you very much, Mr. Chaiwar, for having me today as like an MC. I'm Bond. I was a participant last year, so I kind of see like the big picture of what's going to happen today. Today is going to be very fun and very challenging for those who join us hybrid. So kindly ensure that you have a stable connection and maybe laptop, a good laptop for the team, so you can like share the whole ideas about your project. This year we have got the honor from our last year winners, the Defire and speakers who are going to give us the big picture of how to give a beautiful pitching. And please welcome Kun Punch on the floor, krab. Do you need an MC with you?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna be here.
Good morning, everybody, and my name is Punnatut Kangrang. I am the participant in the last year, and I am today I only one in my group, and the last year I have 3 members in my group. I have me and Namo, and the last one is Nong Kan Mermaid. Now she is in America. She interned in America, and I have a project, and this is our idea. My project called the Ocean Eyes. Do you know this is raw information from the Department of Fisheries, and more than half of the marine debris is a net. So the net in the water, they usually live in the water and in the ocean have a big problem. And so
Recording in progress.
I have an idea with my group. And I said, Kan, you are the diving. You like diving. So you have to diving and keep all of the net and go back to the recycle. Kan said to me, it's a very, very important. Kan said, I don't want to diving all my life for keep the waste from the ocean. So we try to find the sort of this problem. So if we know who is the owner of the net, we can trade and get the back this net. And so the net is have a problem with the marine diversity and the effect of the diversity. And this is look like a group of the concern about the biodiversity. The example is the illegal, unreported, and unregulated group from the European Union. And the next one is a marine mammal protected area. And it is a concern about the biodiversity in the ocean. And we designed some tool for strict with the net. And we use the left-hand side is normally sell on the internet. They use the AIS signal. AIS is the automatic identification system. It is free for the transferring the signal or the locality from the sea. And we try to adapt to appropriate with the net. There is the flat. and strict with the net. And we develop the application one lot and one file. One is the in Thai language, is the meaning of the net. One lot is the mean when the fisherman lost their net, they can track where is the net, because their net is a very, very expensive, about I think about 1 million baht per piece, because it's a very, very big. If they accident to lose their net, they can track where is my net. This is from the one loss. And we develop another function, one file. If you diving to another, or you travel in the ocean and you found the net, you can track. You can track. You can tell us I found this net in this area. When I have a group of the net, we can find the activity for the driving and get some net back to sell to some NGO, and they can recycle this net to another product. And this is our application that we think. And this is a business model. Business model is it does not only protect your property, but you can be a part of the ocean protector. You can be the ocean protector, and this is the core of the core value. And I don't want to the detail of this one. And this is the value of my group is thinking about the ocean diversity and the society property and the fisherman property. And this is the effect of the SDG 12, 14, and 17 in the SDG. And this is our of my idea. And this is for my group, and for the winner in the last year. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Khun Pan, for your insightful project sharing. So anyone here from online would like to ask Khun Pan about the project personally right here? We would like to give you the stage and the floor to ask her about the project, so you have more picture of how this project save the life underwater. Or maybe you can ask her about last year pitching. That could be very helpful for your team as well. Yeah, take this chance. And we also have another project, a very cool project, Defire, where one of our judges right here involved as the advisor, Professor Nofir. Right now, I would like to give the floor to Professor Nofir to talk about this project elaborately. Please welcome.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. So this is our last day. So I hope everyone stay with us. And so what I wanted to show today, so I think before I start this pitch, so I want to tell you that we show you how we did last year and the year before, so that you can get some idea what you will prepare for your upcoming pitch. So that's where the aim for this session. So first is how we formulate the problems, and then what are solutions and how it could be implemented in terms of market size, cost, or benefit, those kind of things. I think we already explained the previous day. So if you missed that explanations, please go to Sparkboard, where you can see all the resource we have delivered over the last 2 days. So go there. So what is Defire? So Defire, it initially was a concept for master student. I mean, was an idea of a master students in 2009. It started in 2019, I think, and now it became a startup already, and one of the best startup in Thailand. So what it said, best startup means we won the the Sachin business competitions, #1 in Thailand. I think it's out of 120 teams something, we are the #1. And now this week we are joining the global competitions. We compete globally. So the idea for this one is, in Thailand, so we have a lot of problems. I mean, not only in Thailand, but in the region. So usually farmers burn their rice fields, their paddy field during in the dry seasons. So what happens if you burn it? You will create a pollution, and then you also create the PM 2.5, and then you create risk to the, if the fire spreads uncontrolled, then it would burn not just the rice field, but also their house and their properties. And if you burn the rice, so if you burn the crop field, it also reduces the soil, the top soil carbon. So that means, the more you burn, the more carbon in the top soil loss, and the more productivity you go down. A farmer do that. So why? Okay, yeah. This is a background information I talked earlier already. And why the farmer burn it? So now we look for the problem. So they burn because they don't have money. First of all, it's a traditional way of doing it because they don't have money. They just burn it, and when they burn it, they have the lands that they can do the harvesting next season. So what happens if you burn? Yeah, you destroy, you create air pollution. And those who are not really burned well, it creates a PM 2.5. So that is the problem. PM 2.5 very sensitive, especially to elders and to the youngest people. And if you burn the rice field, you also create loss of biodiversity. So our idea would be to stop it. So what can we do that? So I mean, because they lack money anyway. So if you can provide them the money, the incentive for them to do it, then the burning would not happen, and the farmer would not risk their health, their properties, by not burning it. So the idea was to have a platform where the carbon offsetters or carbon emitters can sell their carbon credits. So carbon emitters under the Paris Agreement, they need to do emission reductions. So that's where they need to do emission reduction in order to achieve their goals. So the idea is to have a platform where we can connect farmers with the buyers, and we are in the middle. That you can see we are in the middle. So the farmer, when they stop burning, they get the credit, and we convert that credit into different form. It could be money. It could be a farmer can use that for collateral loan to the bank. And the idea very simple. They use 4 R's. So we registration, reduce, receive, and redeem. So we explain about that. So the farmer just need to register their farmland in our platform, and then we monitor. And in the back end, we use AI technology to detect the signal of burning or not burning. We compare every year. We do it every year, and then we calculate based on how much it burns. I will show that a little bit later. And after we verify how much land has not been burned, we convert it into carbon credit, and then the farmer knows that how much carbon point they get. So 1 point is equivalent to 1 ton of carbon. So let's say if carbon price is $20, then mean the farmer good $20, but we charge the commission for managing the system. And so the farmer can use the money for cash or buying equipment. They can use to buy tractor, buy other agricultural tools, and they can also use that to to borrow money from the bank. So this is the back end, a little bit complicated, but the idea would be, every year, every 2 weeks, we get the satellite data and we process it. We have our own algorithm. We detect the the fire signal, and we inform, the app calculate based on our threshold, and we understand where it has been burned. And we also have drone technology that could fly very long, that can coverage. But it's not a normal drone. Don't think this is a 15-minute fly drone. It's a big drone that we can also fly. We also use IoT in cooperation with AIS, the phone company in Thailand, so to provide our ground-based IoT technology for that. This is an example of how we detect the fire. So when we detect the fire, we calculate the land that is being under fire, and then we convert that into carbon reduction. So we know how much land burned, and then we understand how much carbon loss for that. So the farmer who lost that land, who burned, that year they will not get anything. So that is how many farmers we have now. So far, I think this is a year ago, we have 100+ farmers registered in our system, and now we have more. So today, this is Erk, our CEO, and he is in the field today, so he could not make it today, but I think he will come one day, sometime soon. He's very active. And so this is our plan. We start with Thailand, and then after that, we move to Southeast Asian. We call it CL, Cambodian, Laos, Myanmar, Vietnam in 2024. So that is our plan to go for that. And our business model is simple. So we are in the middle. So we manage the system. So when, let's say, when the carbon offsetter buy carbon credit, we charge it. We give back the remaining money to the farmers. So that is the process. And how we are going to get, this is something that I think all participants need to think, how you are going to go to get the users. So this is how we are going to do. I mean, we have been doing that, so we will use we have our partnership as a manager to work with the local leader directly, and we also partner with some existing players. And then we also have this referral program where we can also introduce farmer, and then those who introduce the farmer, they also get cap benefit to do that. And this is our expected users. So now we are working, I think this year we are expecting around, I think we don't put here, but I think we are expecting around 7 or 10,000 farmers for this year. And then we will scale up the second and third year. And so this is also in our pitch. When you do the pitching, try to link your solution to sustainability criteria. I think in our criteria, you need to link to at least 3 SDG. So in here, we are trying to link to the 4 dimensions of the sustainability. So what happened here, we can reuse in terms of, so the 4 dimensions of sustainability include environment, social, and governance, and economics. So in this app, so Defire can reduce emission about 30 million tons per year by the next 4 years. And then we also can improve the health condition of about 500,000 people, depending on how soon they register in the system. And then the farmers get income at least about 190 million on average. And then in terms of transparency, governance, we talk about transparency because our app works behind the scenes, so nobody can fix and nobody can cheat the system. So that is very transparent. I think that's it. Right? Okay. This is our. Yeah. So what we have been doing. So like I said earlier, so this idea started in 2019. So by now we have been progressed very well. We won many awards. So the most outstanding one is the SDG Bangkok Business Competition Challenge. So that one the best one, and AIT the first one who got this award. And that our team. Sorry, our team. We have Erk, our CEO. We have Patra, and our communication officer, and we have CTO Punchaya, our CTO, and me. So that I think this is an example of when you do pitching today, you try to put this kind of team introduction so that the jury know who you are in the team. And yeah, so try to say something about your team. Try to make sure that you have enough time to do that. And so yeah, this is the slogan. So try to come up with something that people understand. Let's say if you talk about Defire, then they know that this is an app that says stop hunger by stopping fire. So that, and again, yeah, thank you very much. And I think you don't need to do exactly the flow I'm showing today, but try to be in 5 minutes. Try into, the the pitch flow, I already talked the first day of this hackathon. So look at that. If you could not find it, go to the Spark board where you can see that. Okay, for that, thank you very much. Sorry, Chaiwat, I take the time.
So welcome very much, Professor Nofia, for your insightful presentation about your project. The very good one, Defire, winner of Sustainability Hackathon 2020. And we have our thank you to the Ocean Eyes from Kun Pan presentation for her honor and for her time for coming here. So now we would like to welcome Ms. Punchaya, the co-founder of KITFORWARD Company Limited Thailand, to give the presentation on how to prepare a successful pitching deck. Thank you very much. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Punchaya. Can you hear me clearly? I can hear some sound. But, good morning, everyone. My name is Punchaya. So let me share my screen. You can now see my screen, right?
Excuse me, Kun Punchaya. I think we have some technical issue with the echo sound. Could you please mute your speaker of another laptop?
Can you hear me?
Yes, it's a lot better. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. So actually, this is my pleasure today. And thank you to Professor Nofia for his very beautiful pitch. Actually, that's also the very important that you have a good role model for all of you, the hackers, to follow. You don't need to exactly follow the same steps. You can have your own drawing or your own steps. But I think to cover all of the bullets, the previous presentation from Professor Nofia is very cool and really beautiful to be the role model. And surprisingly is that now I'm in Chiang Mai, and I just came to know that the Fire team is also the teams who going to do the presentation on the stage today. So I think I'm going to say hi to them. Before I go to my presentations, I would like to introduce myself and KITFORWARD Company, who we are, and what is the our story so far. Okay. So my company is KITFORWARD Company, and we are formed our company in 2017. Before we formed the company, I'm the AIT alumni, also AIT student, master degree student, information management, under Dr. Wacharaporn advisory. So at that time, I have the opportunity to join the Swiss Innovation Challenge in 2017 and pitch my idea, which is also the same like thesis topic that I'm going to work on at that time. And the ideas of my thesis is to develop the application for the blind people. So I have the very good opportunity and experience at that time to understand the persona of the blind people. And it is very important, I guess, that all the hackers, that when you start develop your solution, you have to understand first your persona, your customer persona. Our KITFORWARD company now is the AgTech startup, and it has been 4 years in the floor that we are working with the farmers and the communities, enterprises around Thailand. most of our clients in Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, Nan, Lampang, and somewhere around Bangkok and the place nearby. So we think at that time that like we need to help the world better. So then we try to
Excuse me,
focusing on what we
Kun
can do
Punchaya.
and what are the problems that
Excuse me
the
for
world really
interrupting.
need the technology to help to solve those issues.
เปิดไมค์
So
ยังค
we
รับ
think of the agriculture pillars at that time and also the main.
Excuse me, Kun Punchaya. I do apologize for interrupting you. Could you please maybe mute another laptop of yours? Your speaker, yeah, the speaker. The another one, yeah. You're on phone.
Oh, wait.
Okay, could you? Okay.
Okay, got it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay. Would you mind starting from the beginning?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Again. Okay, so I'll keep it short because the time is already. So our company, starting from 2017, we won the first prize in Swiss Innovation, which we developed the application for the blind people to identify the colors. So at that time, I exploring the blind personas and also the elder personas. So then I have some experience of working with these two customers since 2017. But like after we won the competition, so we just come up with the another solutions at that time that not just only the how can I say, like a charity that we should do, but we want to survive and also we want to sustain our business in terms of like in the long term, we want to support the people with disability, but with the seed money and the budget that we have is not enough to like run our business with just only like doing some charity or something like that. So then we come up with the another solutions that going to solve the problem with for our farmers. And in 2018 and 2019, we developed the IoT platform called Supercrops, and this platform is already been registered as one software provider in DIPA and NIA. So we also joined many competition at that time, and we have very good relationship with our partner like DIPA and NIA. And in 2020, we start expanding our platform in community enterprises around northern part and the Bangkok. 2021, we have a chance to study more on like how we're gonna solve the issue in rooftop farming. So we start exploring our experience and expand our IoT platform to also collect the data of the rooftop farming, because you might not know sometimes when we start growing the vegetable, there are lots of factors that you have to concern about, and the rooftop farming is one of the big problems that most of the farmers who need to use their rooftop as the farm as their crops have to face, like a high temperatures in the waters, or like they doesn't have the cover, so then a loss of temperature coming from sun, so then they cannot grow the crops very well. So we help them to solving those issues. And also like in 2022, we market our super crop to the urban farming, and now we start with the urban farming in Chiang Rai province, which also going to promote as the agro-tourism in Chiang Rai as well. And also at the same time, since we are very good, be a good friend with our blind, so then we start also helping the blind look for another alternative job, because for now our blind people in association just only have few main jobs that they can do due to their limitation, but we try to come up with the solutions to help them also be farmers at the end of this year. And this is our team. Now we have 4 full-time staff, and also we have 3 part-time employees helping us developing both back-end, front-end, and also we develop our own IoT devices and solutions. So then here is our team. So let's see the current, I would like to bring up one of our case study, and this is the real products that we plan to market this year also for the urban community. This project is called Farm Gao, and this Farm Gao is win the first prize in one competition earlier. And before we start looking to the solutions, like to develop the Farm Gao, we have to explore some information. So we found out that most of the farmers that we are working with is the elder person. So then it is the one inputs that make us to look at to the figure, the real figure of the Thailand. And now we found that in Thailand we have more than 12 million elder people, and only in Bangkok we already have 1 million, or even above 1 million for now. So I would like to say to all hackers, because yesterday I also have a chance to do on the mentor jobs, that 2 of the groups also focus on the elder person and the solutions to help them. That is really cool. So I just want you to know that we have really a good chance using this stage to develop the solutions for the elder, which is going to increase daily. And Farm Gao, what Farm Gao can do? Farm Gao concerns on the elder health, family, self-value, friends, and activities. Why we need to concern about this? You know him on the right side. This is Kulung Suthep. Kulung Suthep, we introduce him as the Farm Gao hero. Kulung Suthep has been working as a farmer. He's promote himself as farmers. He working as a farmers for over 20 years. And this year I have an opportunity to talk to him and work with him closely for his projects. One day we sit down and then we look into the figure, and then we try to discuss like what could the agriculture can help the elder. So then we think about that start farming is not easy, but if you think about the output or the outcomes of the solution, it's going to be very valuable. Farming is not just only the activities, but to grow one crop, you can get your fresh food, you can get your friendships inside the families. You can get they can get the friends nearby, the neighbors who also like 60 age ups, or you just stay the one who just stay at home. And the very important things that we also found some articles, activities or the vegetable or gardening or farming can help improve the self-value, or like, because some of the elder, after they retire from the work, they will not have much activities to do. So sometimes they will just be straightful or very boring, something like that. So this one can improve their self-value. So I would just need to say that like the ideas of Farm Gao is just not to sell the products, but we try to sell our the value also and need to deliver the value to all the elders, which is already have like 20 million. So then you can see the market size. So what Farm Cow Set has, since we are working with the IoT as our core technology, so this Farm Cow Set is just a very small set of the farm. I can say farm because the farm has everything that elder or the person who get the Farm Cow Set can use, starting with the seed, with the soil, with the structure like the table and the greenhouse, the small greenhouse, which use only 2 meters square, and the IoT system, which can help utilize the water system as well as to help monitoring the soil and also monitoring the weather, monitoring the life when they are not at home, because sometimes the elder people would like to go shopping, would like to go to the home, or would like to go outside to enjoy with their friends. So then they still can continue growing their crops. And the farm cow is not just only designed for like a farming, but we plan to have, we try to promote that this can be a farm therapy, because we also contact with a farmer who can grow the seed, which like the rosemary crops or the herbs crops. We have the farm contact who can deliver us those kind of the seeds, and also we promote it as the farm organic, because we will not use any chemical added into this farm. So starting from the soil, the seed, the water system, we will take care of those things, and we need to make it organic 100%. And this can be promoted as the farm social, because not just only this one set in one house, but we plan to have many sets in their neighbors as well. Also, the last one that this can also be the farm care, because one of the service which is very important, and we also have experience for 4 years, is that we need to guide them how to grow the organic crop, and also help them from seed to the fork, from farm to the table, from the beginning to the last day that they can cut their vegetable. And this is our services. We're going to be the farm consult. We can implement the IoT system. We will do the crop care, and also at the end we also plan to have our organic equipment shop. So then we're gonna sell the seed. We can have the soil, which is 100% organic. So this is our recent activities. Farm cow. Farm cow is now already been in the Denai Diwanon. This is the first place that we have this farm cow set in the community mall, and there are also very good news that we have many elder farmers contact us that they want to also have this set for at their home, so then they can also grow that crop and sell with us in this area. And not just only the elder person, we also have the activities with the blind. So you can see this is Kun A. Kun A is the president of the blind association in Pathum Thani. He ordered our IoT system to use in his small farm besides his house. And also we also do promote this farm cow set in many competition. So that's all my experience so far. So before we close the sessions, so this is the main topic that I have responsible for. I think that like having a good pitch deck is also one to But I think more importantly is that you need to understand first the problems, and you have to understand also that your solutions can actually solve the problems. Because otherwise, that if you're gonna sustain your business later on and you don't have the concrete idea, or you don't have the confidence that your solution is going to solve the problems, so I think you cannot like run the business for long. But everything can be adapted, and also everything can be changed. So then please not stick into the first idea. Please try to adapt, and also please try to keep improving your idea until you reach your goal. So I have few tips to talk to you, all the hackers today. Like what I say earlier is that before you start doing your pitch or pitch deck, you need to know who is the first customer. So in order to know that, you can also learn about their persona. Do you have the solutions to address the customer problems? This is just thinking about the problems and solutions. And this is also very important. The third one, who are the top 3 competitors, sorry. Why I have to say this, because of that some of many times, actually also coming from our experience, that at the very first step, we doesn't concern that is there any other application exist in the market or not. We just need to help the world. We need to change the world from our solutions. But if you need to run the business later on, you might need to think about the competitors in the market. Don't need to compete them, but just to realize that what is your strength and your weakness, so then you can improve your product later on. The fourth is that, do you have any secret recipe? This one is very interesting, because that many years ago, like when I start my business, I think that very few competitors that we have like in the market, because few farmers or few elders know about the IoT. But after that, like this year, even this year, you see a lot of startup who has the IoT as the core technology, or who use the IoT to develop the solutions. But you might need to think of a secret recipe that you cannot share to others, so then it's make your solution unique. The fifth one is that how your customer can buy your product. So then you have to have a very beautiful business model. It can be social business model, or it can be a really commercialized business model. So a sixth one is that who can help you promote your product. So thinking about the partners like Professor Nofius has, AIS, or governments, or the private sectors, or some other organization that you can think of that is relevant to your solution. So then think about them as well. The seventh is there any opportunity to scale your product? It's similar to the Professor Nofius case study, that not just only in Thailand, maybe 3 years, 5 years, you can plan also to distribute or expand your product and services to others country as well. So then please think about that traction, and which this also relevant to the investment. For example, if you plan that you're going to go to the CLMV, so you might need the investment to do your cash flow. So then this one also can help you to plan ahead before you can start your pitching. And before just few slides, I think so. What should be included in the pitch deck? I think this one you already have been know since the first day. So I think many templates also available in the online or the internet, but the most important is that try to look for the case that has been promoted or that has been published earlier. Like you can search in the YouTube to see a very big startup or successful startup pitch competition, or the pitching, I think that's also helpful. So before we end the sessions, that I think this is very important topic is do's and don'ts. To do your pitch, these are you have to do's. Keep the introduction short and sweet because you have very short period, 5 minutes or 3 minutes or 7 minutes, whatever. But keep the introduction short and sweet. So then this is very first appearance that you have with your audience. And second is that do research other pitch decks. This one is what I mentioned earlier, that you can watch a lot of pitching YouTube from many competitors or from other startups, from other teams to see how they do. The third one is that to make solid data visually appealing. This one I have also discussed with 2 teams yesterday, that try to convert the text to the image. So then it's easy for the audience to understand your concept. The fourth one is that to make yourself to focus on your pitch rather than your pitch deck. This is also important. Like I say, the topic of the pitch deck will guide you to do something. But like when you're on the stage, I think your pitch or your audience in front of you is very important to try to tell them the story rather than go directly to slide 1, slide 2, slide 3. So then this gonna help you have the smooth and sweet and beautiful pitch later. And what is the don'ts? One is that don't forget, if you have the IP or if you have the secret recipe that I say, secret recipe is the one that you have, you cannot miss. This can be one point or one bold bullet to get the investor. Second one is that don't just say, do it, like show them the live demo, show them the images, show them the short video that what you have done so far and how hard you work and what is your intention to change the world, something like that. The third one is that don't overstage the market opportunity. So like Professor Nofia or even me, like at the very beginning, you can start from the pilot side. You can have very concrete area that you want to deliver or you want to launch your app, and then you just keep expanding it. Don't try to like over the size of the market before you start developing the app. And the fourth one is that don't have too much solid data with not enough case study. So this is also important because sometimes the figure is not the thing that you're just thinking about or just pop up in your mind, but it should base on the case study. The fifth one is that don't focus only the project your futures, but or your past is also important. This one is also one of my experience that like when I start develop the application for the blind and then I go to pitch in Switzerland. This also one part that I got feedback from the jury that they really like my pitch because I already done something in the past, or I already been talking with the blind. I already start some activity with the blind. So this small thing is very important to bring you to another session or another level of your development. And the gossip tips, I have 3 things before I finish my session today. So always keep warm and sweet introduction. Just only 30 seconds is enough. So try to also repeat your script before you start your pitch. Second is that start your message with the asks or questions. If you look for others competition or you are others pitching in the video or YouTube, you see that how they organize or how their pitching flow. The third one is that show the mock-up or the live demo, like what I say, just few minutes, not more than 1 minute, 50 seconds of the mock-up or the flow or the live demo will attract the audience very well. So that's all from my experience, and I hope that all hackers will enjoy the events today and have a good luck and have a good day. Thank you.
Wow, that's very insightful. Thank you very much, Kun. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, that's a very direct experience from her, one of our AAT alumni network. So thank you very much, and we are very thankful for having you today, Kun Punchaya, the co-founder of KITFORWARD company. You can check her company online. She has done a lot of work in the agricultural technology, like in Thailand, for the past 2 or 3 years. After check that. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Right now we are moving on to the Q&A session. Do you have any question for Kun Punchaya personally? We will take the chance 10 or 5 minutes for the Q&A. Anyone? It seems like your presentation is very elaborated. It's so elaborated. Okay, we have one question from Kun Kon. The question is, do you think it is essential for us to have specific investment money required presented?
I'm not sure that this hackathon has the price, right?
We would like to
Maybe that
invite
can be-
Professor Nofir to answer this question too.
Yeah, I think in terms of price, we don't provide the cash as we did in other last year. What we provide you a 1 week incubation program. So we will be using the money to train the selected team how to bring your idea, more clearer, and how to bring your idea closer to the investment. But yeah, again, we don't give the cash, but we give you an opportunity to be incubated, to grow your idea, make your idea have more roots. When your idea take root, you can go wherever you want to go. I think, and do we? No. If the question asking for the investment for this pitch, for this hackathon, I don't think we have that. But when you finish this one, when you learn from this, open hack exercise, you can rethink about how you will do your pitch again to the investors. There are many opportunities online. In Thai, if you are Thai, you can search in Thai or you can search in English. There are many venture capital in Thailand also. They are looking for opportunity to fund the new ideas. But you need to be like our speaker said this morning. You need to be clear of what you want to solve, the problem you want to solve. You should be able to explain the uniqueness of your ideas. Otherwise, if your idea just have copy and paste from others, then nobody is going to invest in your money, in your startup. So be clear, be specific, and try to understand what the people are doing, and then find a way that I think you think we are smart enough to find a niche market to go forward, and just stay with your expertise. If you are going like a generalist, you will not get anything. You need to be a specialist in your specific field. And then the investment, I believe that investment is plenty. But how your idea, how your idea works, how you can present your idea to them in a convincing way. And then, convincing means your clear solution, your clear problem statement, your product, how it works, and is there any traction you have achieved so far, any partnership you have. And with that, then I think your opportunity, your chance to get funded is very high. And if you keep doing that, imagine if you keep doing that maybe a few times a year, you gain more experience. So that experience will give you more chance to get closer to investors. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor. Anyone else? We have one question from Kun Kon. That's very good question. You can unmute yourself, and then the floor is yours. We will give you the opportunity to communicate with our speaker directly, if you would like to. Okay. we have the question คุณสุภสินนะครับ so when you pitch is it important to know code for creating the application by yourself so coding skill is it important
This is very good questions. I also starting with like the concept and idea of my application for the blind, but I also don't have that much experience in coding as well. So I think the team is very important. Like if you have the opportunity to form the team who has a variety of the expertise, that will be helpful for your pitch will be successful. Like you can have your IT team, can have your marketing team, have your financial team, or your science like research team, something like that. So the combination of the team members is very important as well.
Yeah, I can share my experience. Yeah, if I would divide your question into two parts. First, if for today you don't need to know coding. You need to present your solution in a clear way. I mean, you can do this prototype. I mean, prototype it can be done using software like even just PowerPoint. But if you have people in your group can do a coding, you can do some kind of demonstration, demo part that to prove that you are advanced, you are in advanced stage, but you don't need to do it. But when you start looking for the investor that I think Punchaya mentioned, you need to present your team to the investors. So that when that stage come in, you need to be able to say that, okay, I'm a CEO, for example, I have this skill, and my friend, this person have a marketing skill, and this person has a coding skill. So that when you move out from this exercise for a real investor, you need to show that you have a person who can do, say, CEO can do many things, then person who can do marketing, and then the person can do the coding, or CTO, we call it a Chief Technological Officer. So when you go for investment, real investment, you need to have that, and your team formation is very important. And then try to also have advisor. For example, if you are a student, maybe if you work that idea with your professors, maybe try to invite him or her to be your advisor. So then it gives you more credential, especially when you are the first comer to the market. The investor don't even know your name, right? So then if you have some advisor who is well trusted, then they start to think about your product. And usually when you join this kind of hackathon, I mean, this is what we are doing. It's more like academics mixed with kind of business, but kind of hybrid. But if you go with the real pitching events, they will organize you what we call face-to-face mentoring or face-to-face communication with the investor. They will give you 15 minutes to talk to investor, only 15 minutes. You need to move from one table to another to talk to the investors. And in 15 minutes, you need to think what kind of solution you can present to them. And technology, those who know the code, you also need to mention that. And that's where you can, sometime after that, after the training, you get the investment already. So, yeah. So again, for this exercise, we don't need a coding skill. But if you move from this exercise to another one, then you need to have a team that would express that we have a team that can do everything at this stage. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor. That's very insightful. Okay, anyone else? Thank you very much, Kun Supasin Nakrap and Kun Kon for both interesting questions. Okay. Anyone else? Any more questions from people online? Okay. If you can unmute yourself and then speak directly to our speakers. I will give you 5 seconds. Maybe you are, some of you are typing. maybe you can raise your hand. Okay, direct. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Khun Punchaya, for your time and your hard work in developing agricultural technology in Thailand for the past 2 years. And right now we are coming back to our floor on campus with Professor Nofir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And yeah, thank you. I think what we will do in the morning, so you will try to prepare your pitch decks with your own teams. And if you have any questions, I'm here, we are here to help you. And if otherwise, you can continue doing your final pitch preparations. And then during lunchtime, we will have another cultural show that will be performed by a group of Chinese students. And it is about what we call ancient Chinese dance. So there will be a cultural show to just spend with me 20 minutes just to look at that. And then by 2 o'clock, between 1 and 2 o'clock, you need to submit your pitch decks. So that is very important. You don't need to wait until the last minute. You can submit at 1, and then you can start working on revision or revising it, and then submit the revision. Late submission will not be will not be accepted because the jury start already coming by 2 o'clock. So again, what is important this morning, try to finalize your pitch decks and practicing it in 5 minutes, doing with your team, decide who will do what, who will talk what, and then start practicing it. And then between 1 and 2 p.m., you need to submit the pitch decks. We will send you the link where you can upload your pitch decks. Okay, and then we will, so I think that's it for today morning. If you have any question, the Zoom is on all the time. Just type it there, or you can send an email. For that, thank you very much. Thank you.
it's unfortunate that this year, because of COVID, people are not talking too much about climate change. They're not talking too much about biodiversity, when in fact, most people in 2019 thought that 2020 was going to be the year for these two topics. 3, 2, 1.
Please tell us about the main point of the hackathon.
Well, the main point of the hackathon is to bring a forums where students can make use of their ability, their skills, their networks to solve the problem of sustainability.
Hello everyone, we are from
Defire.
We are from Mahidol University from a faculty of ICT. We joined this hackathon because we recognize the problem of transportation that is happening inside Thailand. As a youth of Thailand, we truly believe that it is our responsibility to tackle this issue, and that's why we are here.
We try to use technology to empower the economic development and inclusiveness and also the entrepreneurship spirit.
We are from ICT Synergy.
So today we're here to join the Hackathon 2020, and we're interested in this event because, well, it looks interesting, right? And we think that we're gonna get a lot of connections. We were thinking along the lines of something addressing the government COVID policies.
And we have to develop our economic system, social system, and our technological system within the realm of nature. So that kind of information, that kind of awareness we have created. So I think with that, I'd like to welcome again to this Sustainability Hackathon, and I hope that you will bring very interesting idea in order to hack.
We will release a challenge. So the challenge for now is one of the best secrets on that planet. Only 2 people know it. Our president, Eden Boon, and Nopia. So if the challenge come up, I know you might be very, very tempted to think about, Google, what other people do, but you may reconsider, Think about it yourself before you look what other people do. Try to put your own thing into it, the new disruptive way.
One of the things that many universities around the world are trying to do these days is to connect with the outside world more actively, and doing that, it's a two-way communication. So we learn from what the industry needs, and so the universities can develop their curriculum, their research, and their ideas to meet the demand of the industry.
Well, first of all, they will realize how important sustainability is because they'll be researching this topic as they try to come up with ideas. So this is a learning experience which is extremely valuable. Secondly, they will be using their brain and exercising all their brain cells to try to figure out innovative and creative and wild solutions on how to tackle problems of dealing with sustainability. So who knows? They may come up with things that are extremely important for all the rest of us. And whether or not they do that, at least they will go through the journey of trying to find solutions to these important problems for the human race.
Recording stopped.